Welcome to Let's Talk, bud. Reed.
We're back.
We're back, buds. Do we have audio? Can you hear me? Holy shit.
This is crazy.
Hey. Big Selly time. Let's go. Oh, and I didn't press the nameplate. Guys, if you didn't know, I'm BMD. Is it playing? It's going to take a few seconds.
They've got it playing on the other side of the room.
It's going to go through. But hey, what's up out here? Cheers.
Cheers.
We're back, bud. Hell yeah, let's go. Elliot's here. What's going on, guys? How's the audio? Everything okay? Everything's good? We're trying to talk on the mics. We got fancy new mics here. I don't know.
Yeah. I see Canadian Mountain Man in the chat saying speak into the mic. So we're going to try to remember that. This is the first time that you and I have had the handheld mics for this. Usually it's like on the table somewhere. So
usually we have a mic, and actually the whole point of it too was the fact that the dog sits here and barks his face off. So
it's he's just excited. Bork. No, he played for the Bruins.
Oh, we're going to get into that now. Oh, okay.
All right.
So look at this. Okay, they can hear him loud and clear. What have you been up to?
Well, it was a long period, unfortunately, of a lot of nothing for me because from the last time that we were together, there was a lot of optimism that the Ontario Hockey League was going to get a season in. For our fans that are not in Ontario, we didn't. Unfortunately, the province shut us down almost immediately after agreeing to a return to play. So that one hurt. But now we've had our new OHL priority selection draft. We've had our under 18 draft. Yep. We've had news coming out of the Bulldogs. It feels like things are somewhat getting back to normal. I've gone to Glory Pro now.
Ooh.
So yes, thank you to the guys at Glory Pro and High Spots Wrestling for having me be a part of that. I absolutely love it down there. I am just so happy to be back on set with you, pal.
Oh, buddy.
I've missed you. We didn't even get Bruins and Leafs this year.
No.
I was dying to have you around for a couple of Bruins games. It just did not work out with all the restrictions, unfortunately. But it is so great to be back. We've missed the buds. We missed everybody.
And you know what? You know what's cool is like the fact that, okay, so now we've been gone for a while, guys. We've been back since, we've been gone since Christmas time. We did a cool little Magic Christmas episode.
That was fun.
Oh, it was awesome. And now we're back, and now we can do it live on Twitch because we got a whole bunch of friggin' buds that want to watch us talk a bunch of smack about everything that's going on. So, and actually here, speaking of the Stanley Cup Playoffs,
yes,
I got a present for us, bud, because since neither of us are tasting the cup this year, I got Molson's Stanley Cup patch, bud. Because this is the closest either one of us are getting to the cup this year. Now, I know this is an ongoing joke with Toronto Maple Leaf fans that we're never going to see a cup. It's been a long time. Yada, yada, yada. I see a patat. I see a Canadian Mountain Man. I know what you guys are talking about. But the Boston Bruins, bud, nice early exit for you too, pal. So
well, it wasn't that early. I mean, really.
I know, but here.
Oh.
We're opening this up live, buds.
So I have been to beer stores all over the Hamilton, Niagara area trying to find this.
Yep.
And you can't find it anywhere.
You can't anymore, bud. I found a couple that I found. Wow. I tasted on stream a little while ago, but I wanted you to have the same experience. So here.
You might have to explain exactly what this is.
Okay, so basically, a lot of the buds know that Molson actually did a Stanley Cup batch where they brewed this out of the Stanley Cup into their already delicious beer. They made it a little bit more magnificent. So for us Leaf fans, and now this year Bruins fans, we get a taste of the Stanley Cup even though we didn't earn it, pal. So, hey, cheers, bud.
Cheers.
Oh, that tastes like a first-round exit if I've ever had it, bud. Holy.
You can almost taste the magic. Like,
okay, reader. Okay. Back on topic here. We're back in the show. The dog's chiming in. He wants to know how you're doing. I want to know how you're doing. How have you been keeping busy? We literally haven't seen each other since fucking Christmas time. Yeah. Christmas time we haven't seen each other.
Yeah, exactly. No, you know what? It's been an odd one, to say the least. Luckily, we did get an NHL season, so I stayed busy with that. Obviously, with the Glory Pro deal, I was doing a lot of research for that show, so that was a lot of fun. Yeah, really, it was a lot of hockey. I mean, the European tournament is on now for soccer, so my grandfather was a massive England fan.
Okay.
My great-grandfather actually made shoes for the Manchester United team before coming to Canada.
Wow, I didn't know that,
Yeah,
actually.
So we are big for England, big for Manchester United, and as of today, and yeah, Euro Cup, woohoo, yes, exactly. As of today, England defeated the Ukraine 4-0. They're moving on to a semifinal, which will be back at home in London at Wembley Stadium. So I'm very excited for that. That's coming up on Wednesday. Super fan of that.
Holy moly. You know what? I'm not a huge soccer guy. The buds know, but Sam there, big Italy fan. So what's the potential of Italy playing England in the Euro Cup? Is that something that'll have to happen in the finals?
Yeah, it would be the final. Yeah, Italy is playing Spain. England is playing Denmark.
Gotcha, okay.
And if they win their games, they will go head-to-head at a packed Wembley Stadium.
Well, I don't know if this is something that you've paid attention to during the pandemic, but it's a me. I'm Italian now, huh? It's a bada bing. It's a bada bing, it's a bada boop, okay? So if we're going to play you, huh? We're going to figure it out, huh? We're going to figure it out in the final. Italians going to win the World Cup, huh? Bada bing.
It's the European Cup.
It's the European Cup.
There you go. Yeah.
We're going to win it regardless, but if it's a World Cup, we win it too, huh?
No.
I'm Mario, you're Harry Kane. I know soccer. That's a real guy.
Yes,
That's
it
a
is.
fucking guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
He scored 2 today, too.
Woo.
That's fantastic. All right. We're on the right track. So what have you been up to?
Holy shit, bud. Okay, what have I been up to? This.
Yeah.
See all these beautiful buds here in the chat? I know, listen, guys. Okay. I know, we're going to be reading the chat as much as we can. We're going to open up time for you guys to talk to us and ask questions, especially with our guests and all kinds of stuff, okay? But if I missed something, I apologize. And I apologize to shut off the sound alerts. But this is what I've been doing, Reed. I've met so many cool buds from literally all over the world. We got goddamn Americans watching us from the greatest country in the world, United States of America, the land of the free, home of the brave. We've got Americans here. We got Canadian butts. We got UK butts. We got freaking Saza from Australia's in here. Or sorry, not Australia, New Zealand. See what I mean?
Oh, yeah, don't mix that up. They don't like that.
Saza's from the future. But regardless, we have found a whole bunch of new butts, and we've got a whole new audience here, Reed, that loves our stuff. I've been directing us to the YouTube, to High Spots Wrestling Network, which, by the way, is a sponsor. We'll get into that soon. But honestly, this is what I've been doing, bud. I've been Twitch streaming. I wrestled last weekend. I wrestled our good bud Steve Brown. Or not last weekend, a couple weeks ago. Good bud Steve Brown. But other than that, bud,
love Steve Brown.
Here, I got into yoga.
Is it the DDP yoga?
No, ask the buds. They'll tell you exactly what we did last night. We did the best pose. It was the 8 something. Someone will tell us right now. It was the 8 figure 8 touch something, toes, closed feet, up on my hands. Friggin' whatever. They know exactly. See,
that sounds difficult.
It was not embarrassing, Dad. I don't know. I know what you're saying, but see, I'm not. No. Patat. Okay, guys, let's get into. Okay, so skip those. Tori, edit these comments out, please. Tor comment. Okay, so never mind. They didn't watch. They forget about it. But anyways, this is what I've been doing, bud. 8 angle. Thank you, Eliza. There we go. It was the 8 angle.
Oh, okay, 8 angle. All right.
This is one of our UK buds, bud.
I've been doing the I've been doing the DDP yoga. So
really,
yes, it's good stuff.
Okay, is there you got like a little a way to get me that, or
we can talk. Yeah,
there's something we can do off stream. We can figure that out.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Cool, man. Okay.
Because it's great. I'm like I feel way better. I think I'm probably down 10, 15 pounds. I've been golfing more.
Okay.
So but when you golf, you take a cart. So I don't know if that really counts as exercise.
You know what? Honestly, I think I'm about at least 10, 15 pounds up, but pure muscle.
Well, that's the point, though.
Pure muscle.
Pure muscle is the key.
Yep. I'm not lying at all.
All right. Was there a reason you... Never mind.
No. But yeah, no. This is what we're doing, bud. This is what I've been up to.
So what I was going to say with the things that you've been doing on the Twitch stream...
Yep.
It's been unbelievable. Like, I popped in on a bunch of them, and the fact that so many people knew who I was when I posted was just mind-blowing to me. I thought I was going to be, like, incognito coming in to watch it. And then you're like, oh, Reed's here. And then all of a sudden, everybody's, oh, hey, like, how does everybody know who I am?
You're over, bud. Look, see, that's what it is.
Like,
we put you over. We make sure the only thing you don't have is a sound alert or anything. But I got to get you on. The buds have been saying we need a sleeves off, body comes, or the sleeves come off, bodies go down. Sound alert, which we're gonna get to, I promise you. But yeah, like that's you're over in the chat, bud, because you know what? You're my best bud. I got to talk about you. We haven't been able to be together. This is pretty exciting, guys. I mean, now in Ontario, restrictions are getting kind of loose, and Reed here's fully vaxxed. Hell yeah, big ups for Reed. I'll take a drink for that.
Absolutely.
I'm on my way to getting there. I've had my first shot. I got to book my second one. I've got my second one booked for September, but I got my second one. I could book it for even sooner, so I'm going to get that done as well. But regardless, it's been a wild time, but now it seems like things are getting back to normal, and we can start doing this regularly, and now we have a platform.
Oh, yes.
We have a platform in which we can talk about all current events, everything going on. We can catch up with all the buds. I've been trying to hype this up for weeks. The buds seem pretty excited about it, but yeah.
Well, what I'm looking forward to is what we started. Somebody else in the stream saying they're fully vaxxed as of tomorrow.
Hell yeah, Sam. Let's go, bud.
And I was on Jade Chung's podcast. Yes, I was. See you next Tuesday. That was a blast. It was great catching up with Jade, because what we've missed with all this is like everybody being around one another and not seeing each other for incredibly long times.
Yep, Elliot has 100% missed it too. That's why he's absolutely losing his.
Yeah, no.
Okay, bud, come on.
When we got here, he was on fire because he hasn't seen us since the last time we did Let's Talk Bud, so we knew he was going to be excited.
He hasn't seen anybody in 8 freaking months. All of a sudden we got a bunch of people over at the house. We're drinking beers. I'm getting kind of loud, and that's just that's like holy, look what we got here. We got a celebrity in the chat. Mrs. Uno's here.
Oh, Mrs. Uno's in early.
Ooh,
all right,
Mrs.
I like it.
Uno, what's going on, bud? Hold on, quit barking around here.
So it's great to have the Unos coming on board for this too. So I've got a couple of questions.
You spoiled the friggin' surprise.
Well, Mrs. Uno's here.
Whoa, guys, it was supposed to be a surprise. Reed
for
spoiled
Pete's
it.
Sake.
Reed spoiled it. Okay, hold on. No. They're coming on in a couple weeks. Don't worry about it. But yeah.
Mrs. Uno's right here.
I know she's.
Are you all right?
No. I wish I had a friggin' Nerf gun. I could shoot you.
They do that.
And see, Mrs. Uno is always here. See that? She is. I'm over with Mrs. Uno.
Well, that's the key, because I want to find out some things about Mr. Uno is what
evil
Uno is what we need to learn about.
Guys, okay, special guests are coming up later on, but that's not the only friggin' surprise we got in store.
No, we've got all sorts of stuff going on
here.
All
sorts of stuff going on, buds. You guys
plus all the classic Let's Talk Bud things that are happening.
Okay,
because it's back.
So other than so you talk about the OHL, you talk about everything you got going on.
Yeah.
What else other than that stuff have you been up to during the pandemic? What have you done to keep yourself busy at home? That's what I'm curious about.
Oh boy, a lot of laundry. If anybody has been on my Instagram, they've seen my quarantine cooking series.
I have seen that. Yes, I would definitely like to talk about that.
Well, the latest one that I was able to get a hold of, and we tried it, and we had it last night, and it worked out, was peanut butter banana ice cream.
You made ice cream?
Oh, yeah, I've been doing that for a while now.
How do you make ice cream?
So I found this great deal because everybody was talking to me about this when I said I want to make my own ice cream. Well, it's difficult. You got to get like rock salt and you got to get all sorts of other. I'm like, well, there's got to be an easier way to do that. So what? Papa Kenway at RC Duthie on Instagram. So I was looking at all this different stuff for ice cream, and this one recipe was sent to me by my father-in-law, and it's essentially using whipping cream like you get out of the grocery store.
Like a regular can, like the stuff we used to, take all the air out of.
Not the whipped cream itself, but you get it like when you've got the table cream, the half and half, and there's the whipping cream.
Oh, so not the stuff that definitely not me, but a few other buds would take all the air out of and get feeling kind of good in the back fridge.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
but the other buds, not me.
Yeah.
Not
that
one.
Okay.
Not
that one, but the one that you actually have to mix up to make it.
Got you. Okay. I got it.
So I get that, whip that together. You get a can of the sweetened condensed milk, which is also great on toast. Little tip there.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you pour that in once you've got it whipped together.
Yeah.
And then you add you can add whatever flavoring you want to it. It's like a very creamy ice cream.
I have no idea. I thought you needed liquid nitrogen, the shit that clogs all up. You pour it on, it looks like the Undertaker's coming down the walkway.
Well, that's fun. That's fun.
Yeah, and then
But you don't need it. You don't need it.
So I could do that on a cooking stream in the future?
Yeah.
Or maybe I could have you a part of a cooking stream. We could do a Let's Talk Bud cooking.
Absolutely. I'll make ice cream. It takes like 10 minutes.
You guys heard it here first. Reed committed. I didn't even offer. We didn't even do negotiations. We didn't talk pay. We didn't talk anything. So perfect. There it is. Reed already committed. It's on film. Will Tori edit all the shit out I just said when we send this off to High Spots, and YouTube just edit all this part out. But yes. Hell yeah, buds. Hey, keep this in, Tori. Reed's gonna do a cooking thing for completely free here one time.
Yeah. Hey, as long as I get to eat the ice cream at the end of it, I'm fine with it.
Okay, Tori, amp that up a bit too. She just came in the door. She's like, "What?" I'm like, "No, don't worry about it. You'll figure it out when you watch
This
the
is
VOD."
the
But you're doing a
beauty
great
of
job.
live television.
Okay, so that's what you've been up to. I think we talked about it a little bit on the last stream, but I kind of want to catch up on it. Have you still been knitting?
No, because it's been warm. It's been warm, so
True.
I was okay. So I forgot how long it's been. Yeah, apart. So I was working on like a Montreal Canadiens scarf for my mom. Like
Okay.
the same one I did for you, but
like
the
way
extra
worse.
color.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yep.
Well, that is it. Is it worse?
Yeah.
Well, for you,
No.
I'm a Bruins fan. The both of you is
You suck too.
well, maybe, but
You suck.
at least not next year. It's going to be. We'll get
It's gonna
to
be
that
great for the
later.
Leafs. It's always
What?
next year. Well, sorry. Okay. Well, you go ahead. Sorry.
Anyway.
Canadian scarf.
Yes, so I've been working on that, but once the weather gets warmer, it's like, why bother? So then, I see in the chat knit now in preparation for winter. It's a good idea, but it's hard to think of at the time. So my mom knows she's getting a Habs supporter scarf. So that's what it's going to be. That was the last one that I've got. I'm very basic. I can do like blankets and I can do scarves. But once you get to anything like trying to do like a sweater or anything where you actually have to do shapes, no, all I can do is do it in a straight line.
Well, I got to tell you, you knitted me a beauty leaf scarf, and honestly, I can't do any sort of knitting. I'm not coordinated at all. I don't even know. I can't even fucking run this thing. This is all Tori. We're just sitting here with microphones. You saw when you got here, buds. That's why we were a few minutes late today.
Tori's in charge of this whole thing.
Tori was doing fucking everything. So we just have to say we're at the mics. All I had to do was test a few things.
I gotta go all the way back with Mr. Uno here for a second because one of the first times that I ever saw Mr. Uno was before he was evil. And I got to call him as one of the Super Smash Brothers.
Ooh.
And my thought at the time was, why are these guys not signed anywhere? So they get to AEW and it's like finally these guys are there. And now they're like the biggest act on television.
Dude, and I know, like, as we all know, we've already said it. We're going to be talking to the man later, as well as every, with every good man, there's a beauty woman, bud. As we've seen coming in here.
We're both evidence of that.
We're both evidence of that.
Yeah.
You're a beauty woman over here, always willing to jump in and help out. The Golden Swan doing all the hard work. We've got Mrs. Uno in here too. Mrs. Uno is an absolute beauty. And anytime, and for all you buds that don't know, like, we're gonna talk to them in a little bit. Okay, so that's two of our guests, right? We still have some other surprises in store, but that's two of our guests there, bud. But Mrs. Uno, when we get into that conversation, Mrs. Uno is an absolute beauty on the Evil Uno stream. Evil Uno, massive Twitch streamer.
Oh, I know.
He's helped us out a lot. This is why we have so many buds here too. Evil Uno is a big part of that. He's actually helped us grow and helped us do all kinds of stuff, as well as doing, all the stuff he's doing on TV. The Dark Order is the biggest act on TV.
Well,
one of the biggest acts on TV.
I said it to you a while ago. I need to talk to Evil Uno because I need to find out how to join the Dark Order.
Well, listen, bud, it's just that simple. You just got to start up a Twitch. You got to connect with Evil Uno. You got to try and get in the Among Us games.
Okay.
And then you got to not kill him. Make sure you kill his wife repeatedly. And then you just kind of, you kind of figure it out that way. Then you get invited to do other games.
But what if you like Mrs. Uno?
I do like Mrs. Uno a lot.
Oh, but you still have to follow because he's...
You remember,
Let's
you
go,
remember
bud.
when you were younger and you were in high school. What the fuck?
What is Clay doing? Where is Clay?
Clay, did you just give 5 fucking subs? What is wrong with you?
He is like having way too much fun right now.
I didn't even invite him to the show. Let's talk about some tourney. I didn't even fucking invite him.
How did you not?
I don't know.
He was such a big part of this show. He was trying to climb
Clay.
onto the set when we were outside.
No.
Let's go,
It's
bud.
his fucking birthday too. No.
This is amazing.
Bloody hell.
We're gonna send BMD to a breakdown here
Bloody
momentarily.
hell just gifted 5 subs. Guys. I don't know how loud the mics are.
Let's go, bud.
Craig O'Mac just gifted.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Have you watched the stream? Have you watched the stream when this happens?
Yes.
Bloody hell, thank you so much, Craig.
Yes,
O'Mac, thank you so much.
I
Clay,
have seen
go
this a
fuck
few
yourself.
times.
What are you doing? It's your fucking birthday. Let's go, bud. Have you watched the stream? Ski.
I think you're in trouble, pal. I think you're in trouble.
Let's go, bud. Zilla.
The buds are demanding. They are demanding something here.
Let's go, bud. Steve, thank you so fucking much. Clay, thank you. Oh my God, what is Evil Uno doing?
Evil Uno's already here.
Let's go, bud.
And all I can hear is you saying, let's go, bud. I think I
A few moments later.
have no idea what happened. I don't know why it happened, but it was fun. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
Guys, I'm sorry if I didn't thank you or didn't see. I can only see so many things right now. I'll have to go through and thank you guys afterwards if I missed you. But thank you guys so much. We weren't prepared for that, obviously. That's why we didn't have the mics on that or anything. So
all of a sudden, the mics went down. Sandstorm is playing. Vanderlei Silva's about to come through the door. I don't know what's going on.
I definitely didn't prep Reed for this.
No, I had no idea. That was interesting.
The one I saw that was Clay. What the fuck are you doing? Clay, I feel bad you're not in the show. I feel so bad. Is that sweat or on your brow or bubble mix? It's 100% bubbles.
Oh yeah, that's definitely bubbles. Yeah.
Okay, well, I need another beer for that. Okay, hold on. This is perfect timing. Butts, thank you guys so much.
There's a lot going on. This is awesome to be here. So this is something that I've been waiting for, is a chance to be on this with the buds in front of the camera as opposed to behind the camera. And yeah, the folks are saying in the chat, the buds are saying, wish Clay happy birthday. Clay, happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday, bud.
I'm not sure what just happened, what you kicked off, but that was unbelievable. So, and it was his birthday. So really, we should have been shooting the bubbles at him.
It's probably time to get into our first segment.
Yes. All right.
Our first segment, and it's a segment you guys are familiar of if you watch the show on YouTube or High Spots. It's one of my favorite segments because it's good. It gives us a chance to talk about a whole bunch of stuff. And I don't know how it's going to work out because we didn't rehearse any of this before the stream.
Do we ever?
We literally never do. One time I tried to fake like we had run sheets in front of us, but fuck me, we didn't stick to any of them.
No. We didn't.
All right, buds, it's our first segment here. We're going to do the 5-minute major, buds. Okay, Reed, so if you're familiar with this one, it's the 5-minute major. This is where we do 5 topics, 5 minutes, but here's the twist, bud. As always, if you go over time, so if you go over every 10 seconds, I think it's a sip, but I need a healthy sip. You need a gulp.
That's right, yeah.
And then here's the thing. Instead of before in the past where we've just done 1 minute on each topic for the both of us, we're going to do 1 minute each. So it gives us each a full minute to talk about whatever topics we have planned, which, by the way, I asked the buds in the Discord to send some topics, as well as I had some of our own. And any of you guys, if we don't get to your topics right now, make sure you tune in afterwards. Once the show's all wrapped up, we'll do a little wrap-up, exit, outro thing. But the show's not going anywhere for a little bit. We'll give you guys a chance to ask us questions live, and we're solely dedicated to the buds. So if we don't get to your topic, don't be upset. But are you ready for the 5-minute major, the return?
I've been waiting 6 months for this.
All right, bud. Here we go, bud. So here's our first topic, okay?
All right.
There's the timer, 1 minute. The 2021 Stanley Cup Playoffs, bud. I want to hear your thoughts on it. Go right ahead, bud.
You know what? It's been an interesting playoff overall. Montreal's miracle run has been interesting to watch. I mean, Carey Price, he was a Hamilton Bulldog in the AHL, so I got a lot of love for Carey Price, a lot of love for Brendan Gallagher. I'm happy to see that they're having success in the pros. Out west, Vegas, I thought had a great chance. Colorado, I had as the Stanley Cup champions. Did not work out. My problem has been with the Tampa Bay Lightning and the fact that they're over $17 million over the salary cap and nothing happened. You cannot stick your best player on LTIR, tell us that he can't play the entire season, and then he shows up in game 1 of the playoffs and is leading the playoffs in scoring. Was there anything wrong with him? Yes, he had surgery. But should he have been out the entire season to only come back and lead the playoffs in scoring? Are you kidding me? He couldn't have been back before that? He couldn't have played the last half a dozen games in the regular season? No, he couldn't, because they would have been over the salary cap, and then they would have been penalized, and then they wouldn't be in the position they're in, where they have this incredible team that will now get ripped apart this offseason because they have to get under a flat cap. The Tampa Bay Lightning are going to win the Stanley Cup, but This one, more than any, to me, really feels like it should have an asterisk. How far did I go over?
What button do I pick to stop the timer? Timer, stopped. You went over, what'd you go, 30 seconds?
The timer's still run. There it goes. Okay.
Yeah, I knew you were going to go into depth about that. So hold on a second. Oh, Craig O'Mac says you went up 23 seconds.
Oh, 23. Okay, that's
So
all
you
right.
got 2 big
That's
sips,
all right.
two and 3/10 of a big sip.
Okay.
Get that fucking 3/10 in there. Oh, he went overboard. He did the whole sip like a champ. I saw it, bud, so you don't need to call him out. I fucking saw it with my own eyes. Okay, hold on a sec. So now it's my fucking turn, okay? So here's my turn on the 2021 Stanley Cup Finals, okay, buds?
This will be
Or
fun.
not the finals, the 2021
Playoffs,
Stanley Cup
playoffs.
playoffs as a whole.
Give us your
okay?
whole look at it.
I will give you my entire analysis, okay? So hold on a sec. I need to hit this button, I think. Yeah, there's this button. So my analysis of the 2021 Stanley Cup Playoffs.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Trade Martyr.
Send your angry Leaf tweets to BMD.
Sorry,
Not
buds.
me.
That's how I fucking feel.
Are we going to the next topic
Next
on that?
topic,
Because
Reed.
I agree with him. Don't
Okay.
send angry Leaf tweets to me.
So here we go, Reed. Here's our next freaking topic.
Who's going first this time?
This is you.
Okay.
What's the best feud in current wrestling, bud?
The best feud in current wrestling, I am going to go way off the board. And you can call me a homer for this pick if you want. Glory Pro Wrestling, Mike Outlaw versus Josh Alexander. So what we've got is a 30-minute time limit draw between two of the best in the world today. Josh Alexander is the best bell-to-bell wrestler on this planet today, and Mike Outlaw is one of the brightest upcoming stars. He's right there with you in that category. And what is going to happen is Mike Outlaw is now going to challenge Jake Something on July 25th for the Crown of Glory title. Josh Alexander said, "Don't call me again unless you have gold to go title versus title." I want to see this match. I want to see them one more time, and I want to call that match one more time. Crown of Glory versus X Division title. Josh Alexander versus Mike Outlaw. That is the best one going today.
Okay, bud. So, yeah, you didn't really go over. You went about 4 or 5 seconds over, but that was also my delay on the timer, so you can take a sip if you want. But hold on, real quick. Where can you watch that?
You can watch Glory Pro Wrestling on the award-winning High Spots Wrestling Network, the best $9.99 in the business.
Best 999, buds. They still sponsor us, by the way.
Absolutely. And
Fucking A.
cheers
Let's
to
go.
the High Spots guys. Cheers to Glory Pro and to Mike and Josh. I can't wait
Okay.
to see that again.
Absolutely. It was a great match. I know you had the chance to call it. Glory Pro's awesome. I'd love to come back to Glory Pro. And all you guys, I see you guys is asking questions about the Leafs and all that stuff. We'll get into that afterwards. Don't worry. We're doing the 5 topics, 5 minutes. We'll get into all that stuff afterwards. So make sure you save those questions and ask us at the end of this segment. Okay, buds? Don't worry. We're going to get into everything in depth, but good luck getting any more Leaf shit out of me. But regardless, okay, we're here.
Whoa.
Here's the same topic. I'm going to give you guys my analysis on the exact same topic. My opinion on the best feud in current wrestling, Ethan Page and Darby Allin.
I
I know we could go independent wrestling route as well, but since you went the independent route, I got to go the TV route. What is better than Ethan Page and Darby Allin on TV right now? Let's be honest, bud. We know Ethan Page very well.
Yes, we
Good
do.
spot of ours. We both work for them. We both do all kinds of stuff. But the bottom line is they've had plenty of great matches and killer feuds on the independents for promotions we won't fucking name because apparently they suck. So we're going to leave them out of it. But regardless, what are we going to rate?
Friggin' raid, bud.
Hold on a second. I'm in the middle of a topic. JT Kirk, thanks for the rate, bud. But hold on a sec. Ethan Page and Darby Allin. You see him throw him down the fucking stairs?
That was scary.
He threw him down the fucking stairs, guys. That's incredible. You see Darby Allin gouge his eyes out?
Yeah, I didn't like that. I mean, Ethan Page makes his living off his face. Come on now.
He's a beautiful guy.
He's one of
and
the prettiest guys on television.
I've heard lots of compliments that we both kind of look the same. I've seen some similarities in the both of us, and everyone says he's fucking handsome, so that means I'm handsome as well. Reed, I think that's the fucking, hold on. That's fine. I didn't go over. That's 2 times in a row I haven't fucking gone over. That's pretty impressive if you ask me.
Boy, am I glad you put an end to that one.
But Ethan Page, Darby Allin is my opinion for the best feud happening in current wrestling. I'm glad you went the indie route so I could go the TV route.
No, I like that. I think both absolutely are amazing feuds, and I think people need to watch both of them.
Okay. Next topic, Reed.
All right. Am I first again? Is this just how we're doing it?
You know what? I think we don't, guys, like I said, we don't rehearse this at all, right? So I think you should go first again. We'll just kinda keep
all right.
this momentum going.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, Reed. Here's the topic. What's your favorite video game, bud?
Are we talking individual video game or video game series?
Whatever you want.
Well, the NHL series. I mean, the whole reason that I am a play-by-play announcer today is that I might as well just do it. I started playing the NHL video game series on Sega Genesis at NHL 93. So you can extrapolate how old I might have been when I started doing that.
Reed's old.
What?
Go ahead.
I'm only a couple years older than you.
You got a fucking minute.
Anyway, so when I realized I wanted to be a play-by-play announcer, and I'll tell you this right now. Why did I choose play-by-play over trying to play in the league or anything like that? Because I realized at a young age I was never going to play in the NHL, so I figured I'm going to switch to something else. So as an announcer, I would mute the games and call them myself. That's where I've gotten all my practice over the years. That's a tip for young announcers who want to get into the business. You need to find ways to do that and get experience for yourself. It'll pay off in the long run. But the NHL games have always been great. They're my favorites. And I'll never want anything other than those for myself.
All right, you fucking went over again. You friggin' you think you're a professional, eh? You got at least a sip on your hands now, eh, Mr. Live TV guy? Go ahead. At least I know my time cues. God, he's giving you guys some motivational advice, trying to tell new announcers how to get in the game, but he doesn't realize he's fucking himself over in the process. Guess your wife's driving home today, eh, bud?
We might be sleeping over.
You're welcome here, bud. I'm just kidding around. Hold on. Okay, so here, I'll give you the same topic from my perspective, okay?
Yeah, I'm interested on your perspective here.
Okay, so my favorite video game. It's me, a Mario.
I figured, yeah.
Hey, come on, it's a Super Mario Brothers. I know, I do the hoo-hoo-hoo. Come on, you don't know the Super Mario Brothers. If you go underwater levels, you can go fuck yourself, huh? Those levels suck, but everything else is amazing. Come on. Super Mario, of course, it's a classic. It's a classic game. And us, we watch it in Italy all the time, huh? We used to play it all the time now. Now there's no Super Marios for a while. So now we sit here, we go on Twitch, we watch the Super Mario. We watch the guys that do the speed running, huh? They go, yeah. Speed runner, Super Mario. I love Super Mario. Come on.
You didn't warn me that was coming.
I love a Super Mario. I saw a nail said Jump King too. I love a Jumpy King. I love a Jumpy King. But at the same time, Super Mario, the real king, huh?
From our experience at the cottage, I thought it was going to be Sonic.
Oh, Sonic. Good game as well. Great game as well. But honestly, it's going to be Super Mario. And look, I'm fucking under time here, bud. I ain't taking any extra drinks. Because I'm a professional. I know my time cues, all right? It's like with wrestling, you know? They're like, oh, you give you 10 minutes. You know, okay, 10 minutes in the back of my head. I'm pretty fucking good at it. And I figure it out.
Well, for you, it's real easy with that. It's worst case Ontario. It's 4:50. And we're out of there in 4 minutes.
Bada bing. Amazing. Okay.
I haven't called a BMD match in a year.
All right, here. Okay, let's get on to the next topic then, okay? We'll get on to the next topic. We're firing through this like champs, but okay, so here's your next topic, Reed.
Go for it.
The state of independent wrestling post-pandemic. What are your thoughts?
Boy, it's going to be interesting. I think a lot of companies may not come back. I'm hoping that Alpha One Wrestling gets back rolling. There was so much momentum before the pandemic started. And Mark Wheeler is the Alpha Male champion with Jesse V at his side. We've got to see how that's going to play out. I know you've got a big part to play in all of that and how Mark Wheeler's going to extend his reign along. In the United States, it looks like a lot of companies have come back, which is great because I want to see as many places as possible succeed and give guys places to get experience, places to work, and you know, you just want more guys to be able to break out. Yep. So what I'd like to see is as many companies as possible return. I hope they'll have that opportunity for us. Hopefully Alpha One comes back. You and I will be back in business. Yep. I think it's going to be a solid post-pandemic run. I think a lot of people are going to want to get to events and shows and get out to whatever your local promotion is and buy a ticket, please.
Take another fucking sip, amateur. Go ahead. You went overtime again, Reed.
Are you still running the timer? Are you still running the timer?
State of Independent Wrestling post-pandemic. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm anxious to see who comes back, right? There's been a lot of buzz, you know, like you said, promotions, right? I'm also curious which wrestlers come back because there's a lot of wrestlers out there like myself that have popped in and, you know, during the pandemic have used this to grow their brand and grow themselves. I have found a new passion here in Twitch streaming. I won't lie to you. Do I want to keep wrestling? Fucking absolutely. Do I want to go to, you know, fucking wherever, fucking nowhere in the middle of the, you know, it's 17 and a half hours away to set up a ring, maybe get a booking? I don't know if I want to do that anymore, Reed. I want to sit here. I want to do this talk show with you and we can analyze stuff. And then, you know what? I want to go places that want to have me, go places that want me to, you know, be a part of their show and do stuff, right? I think paying your dues is very important and doing the right thing is very important. And you know what? I just want to seek out places that want me. So that's what I'm thinking too. And when you were talking a little bit about Alpha One Wrestling, I want to go to where, you know, Alpha One Wrestling, I want that Alpha Male Championship. Alpha One Wrestling is my home promotion. Yeah. That fucking guy who's way too sexy to hold the Alpha Male title. You fucking stupid. I'm not going to give it to them for free. I'm not going to give it to them for free, but you know who I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about.
He's not going to hold that title for long. He can hold it as long as he friggin', you know, as long as I don't want to fucking come after him. Because you know what? I'm going to come after him. I'm going to try and keep my hands off him as much as possible. It's going to be really difficult, but regardless, it's going to be a friggin' worst case Ontario. It's going to be a 450 splash. I'm going to be laying on top of you, and I'm going to hook the leg, and I'm going to lean back, and I'm going to cover you 1, 2, 3. That's what I'm going to do, Reed. I'm going to cover him 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to take the title from him. That's literally all I'm going to do. I friggin' promise you. But yeah, regardless, that alpha male, I'm the alpha male. Okay, I know he looks like the alpha male at times, and you know what? Maybe I don't have the same look, but everyone says I kind of look like Ethan Page, and you said he was good looking yourself, so I guess I kind of look like Ethan Page. So I mean, am I better looking than Mark Wheeler? I'm better looking than Mark Wheeler. Reed said it himself. His mic wasn't picking it up. Okay, so guys,
44 seconds over?
What are you talking about? I lost the folder. Where do I go? How long did I go over?
They're saying 50 seconds. Ooh, this could, yep. Our great 52.4 seconds from Papa Kenway. Papa Kenway is the man, just so you know. That guy, I mean, he's taking good care of my good bud, Torrey Krug in St. Louis. We got nothing but love for you, Papa.
Holy fuck, I did a good burp.
Are you all right?
Hey, buds, that was a lot of sips. Hold on a sec. Oh, my God. God, Mark Wheeler got me all sweaty.
Okay,
hold on a sec. We have one more topic to get through
here. I think I need an adult.
Okay, Reed. I got another topic here for you guys, okay? Hold on a sec. Okay, Reed, so.
Go for it.
How do you handle geese in public, Reed?
Okay, so this is one that I'm very passionate about because I had a recent incident on a golf course. So a buddy of mine, off the tee, fires it into a group of geese. They try to drive up and play out of it. My brother is driving the golf cart. By the way, we got to get you out for one of these rounds because it's insanity. So they drive up to it. He's got to get out of the cart, pull his 3-iron, and try to make a shot out of that. He's got geese on all 4 sides of him. They realize they've been surrounded. That's not good. They're honking, they're hissing, and they're running at him. He's got to whack the ball, get in the cart, and then they've got to navigate their way through a field of geese. My best advice to folks is don't go near Canadian geese. They are not friendly. You might think, oh, this is a nice bird. They look good. They fly kind of funny, but we'll go up and pet them. Don't do it. They will bite you. Those beaks, nasty. Could take a finger off. You never know. And if you get too close to them on the golf course, they might think you're at a nest. Dangerous. Stay away.
You still fucking went over.
Oh, come
you
on.
Goddamn amateur. Evil Uno, what did you say? Hold on. Evil Uno said something too. I see all the buds talk, even scarier in prison, bloody. Oh my God. Geese broke your father's back. Okay, hold on. No, Evil Uno, that's going to be a topic of discussion in a few minutes when we have you on the show, because fuck, I got to know the answer to that. But dude, I think you hit the nail on the head there.
Oh, don't go near him on the course.
All right, so hold on a sec. I'll give you guys my same opinion on the geese. 1 sec here.
Oh, this I'm interested in.
How to handle geese in public. Stay the fuck away.
Yes.
Stay the fuck away
That's
from
what I'm
geese.
saying.
You see that video with the guy with the tuxedo and the briefcase and all that shit? And then the geese fucking attacking him? Get the fuck away. Don't even walk. If you see a goose, get out of its path. And if you see a mama goose with a bunch of babies, you better fucking run. Usain Bolt your ass out of there, bud. You stay away from geese, bud. Or who's the topical runner that got busted for smoking weed? What's her name? Buds, tell me her name in the chat. I can't fucking remember. Like smoking, by the way, that's a whole nother fucking topic, but like smoking weed's gonna make you any faster. Really? So you get disqualified from the Olympics. But whatever, regardless, doesn't fucking matter. Bet you she can outrun a goose. And really, that's all that matters in real life, buds, because you know what? The Olympics, okay, that's cool and everything too, but do you want to get attacked by a goose? You think she wants to get attacked by a goose? Think Usain Bolt wants to get attacked by a goose? No fucking way, bud. That's why you learned to run so fast.
Sha'Carri Richardson, thank you to Money Man.
Thank you, Money Man. I really appreciate it, bud. So yeah, that's it, bud. So just stay the fuck away from geese, all right? God damn it. Run your ass off. Learn how to run. Did I go over?
No, you were under.
Bada bing.
By the way, funny story about running away from something. When I was a kid, there was a hornet's nest at our shed. My dad needed to get it down. So his genius idea to do it was hit it with a hose. Right. So I said to him, what happens if the hornets get mad and come flying at us? And then we got to run. He said, oh, that's no problem. I said, why is it no problem? He says, I've only got to outrun you.
He's fucking right.
Yeah, he is, but still.
That's spot on. I mean, that's it. If there's a goose there, Reed, if me and you were walking outside right now, right, and there's a fucking goose, I'm for sure taking off. I'm not carrying you with me. So, I mean, you better run faster or just as fast for me, or you're getting eaten by a goose.
I just hope I have a 5 or a 6 iron with me when the goose comes chasing, so I can at least swing.
Fucking Jerry's gonna get you, bud.
Oh my, yeah.
Okay, so I know we only went 1 minute on the topics here. Okay, so but I did see some very important. Here's the things that I kind of wanted to go in depth a little bit about, right, before we get to our guests and all that stuff. So I knew this would spark some interest. So, Butts, if you guys got any questions as far as the Stanley Cup playoffs, or more so what we're about to get into right now, please post them now so I can get into it. But Reed, okay, so here's your chance to vent a little bit. What happened with Boston, bud?
No, it's very, very simple. The Bruins were doing all right. They had everything kind of going their way. Taylor Hall comes in. He was the perfect fit with David Krejci and Craig Smith. Loved everything about what was going on. And then in the first round, Dmitry Orlov cheap shots Kevin Miller. Okay, 1 down. Then in the second round, the Bruins are playing well against the Islanders. They're well on their way. And then Cal Clutterbuck, totally clean. And Bruins fans, for people saying that it was a cheap shot on Brandon Carlo, you know better. It was a totally clean hit by Cal Clutterbuck. But unfortunately, the way he came off, Carlo hit his head onto the stanchion in the glass. It's a freak accident. Those things happen. Brandon Carlo goes down. Well, who was the guy that Brandon Carlo was covering through that series? Matt Barzal. He didn't have a goal in that series until Carlo got hurt. Carlo goes down, Miller goes down, your penalty kill is decimated. Now you don't have your even strength matchup against Matt Barzal. The Islanders are a really good hockey team. They've got John Gruden, who used to coach the Hamilton Bulldogs, who I know very, very well. And Grude's great job getting to the Eastern Final again. All the love in the world for him. But there's just no coming back from that. You can't lose your 2 best shutdown defensemen and then go on to win that series. And if they had won that series, they're going up against Tampa Bay. You might not have Kevin Miller and Brandon Carlo. you're not going to win that series. So in the playoffs, you need to be lucky with health as well as having a really skilled roster. The Bruins didn't have that this year. When Carlo was out, I kind of knew that this is it. We're done.
And you know what? That's actually really, really interesting that you say that, because with you saying when Carlo was out, you knew that. On the Leafs end, when Tavares went out, kind of got that feeling too, right? And you know what? I don't want to sit here and blame the whole series on the fact that John Tavares went out early game one. That was a devastating injury. It obviously sucked. It sucked for him. It's good to know that he was doing okay now.
Yeah.
He's on the road to recovery, and it seems like he'll be starting next season. That's at least what the vibe I'm getting now.
I still can't watch that replay.
Oh, it's absolutely horrible. And last I heard, he hadn't even watched it. I don't necessarily think that's the reason we lost the series. I mean, there's a lot of reasons, but that definitely was a blow very early on. Clearly, the Montreal Canadiens, as much as it fucking pains me to say, Reed, it pains me so bad. I want to go throw up right now. The Montreal Canadiens were the better hockey team. Regardless, if we had John Tavares in the lineup, I don't think it even would have.
A healthy Jake Muzzin
too. That screwed us at the end of the series too. But regardless, even both those guys healthy, Montreal's in the Stanley Cup Finals right now.
Yeah.
And now here, and I will say this though, they are fucking, as of this recording, they're down 3-0 in the series.
Yeah.
I mean, they're down 3-0 in the series in the Stanley Cup Final, but they got there. They got to the Stanley Cup Final, and the Toronto Maple Leafs couldn't even get out of the fucking first round. Story of my life. So, I mean, although the Bruins had a little bit of a better showing, I would say for sure, the Leafs were very, very, very disappointing. And it should be a feeling I'm used to, but I'm not. It sucks. I would have loved to see the Leafs play the Bruins. I would have loved to see the Leafs get further on in the playoffs. I just want them to get to the fucking first round, because at this point, and I'm not going to say anything that Steve Dangle hasn't said himself, the hardcore Leafs fan. I'm not going to say anything that he hasn't already said, but the regular season next year, at least for a Leafs fan, shouldn't fucking matter. We had one of the best regular seasons you could possibly have, like especially even for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And we went to the playoffs and still got eliminated first round.
Well, the deck was stacked in a way that you would have thought Toronto would have made it all the way through. I mean, that Canadian division lined up so that Toronto should have been the team that came out of it. Now they go back into that ridiculous Atlantic division. Now, on the bright side for Toronto, Tampa Bay is not going to be as good next year because they're going to have to liquidate assets. They can't bring that team back again.
What they're doing right now should not be fucking allowed. It's embarrassing. They're what, $6,500 million over the cap?
17 and a
Fuck
quarter.
you, Tampa Bay. You can win your second COVID Cup. I don't really give a shit.
Well, to be fair, Toronto did it too. They got Riley Nash. They stuck him on the LTIR.
We're not talking about Toronto. They were eliminated in the first round, Reed.
So Tampa Bay is going to have to liquidate assets. Florida, we'll see how good they are coming out of it. Montreal is going to be better. I mean, that's the problem, is it seemed like a free road for a while. Now Montreal and Ottawa are getting better, and the Bruins are likely going to re-sign Taylor Hall, and they've already said they're going to go for it. So Boston, Tampa Bay, Toronto at the top of the Atlantic again next year.
So we're just having a taste of the fucking Stanley Cup since we're not getting it this year.
Yeah, I'm going for that too.
My dad asked, and I want you to answer this first, and I want you to answer honestly, and I want you to answer it with your heart. I don't want you to answer it to chirp me or whatever you're going to do. Do you genuinely think the Ottawa Senators will win a Stanley Cup before the Toronto Maple Leafs?
Oh, jeez. Oh, man. That's a really tough question because I don't think either one of them is winning anything anytime soon. So, I'm going to go with no, only because 1994, the Rangers finally broke their curse. The Leafs now have the longest curse. At some point, it's going to happen. Look, if you're not a Leafs fan, I've already come to grips with this. At some point, the Leafs are going to win a Stanley Cup, and we're going to have to deal with that. Ottawa, I'm still not sold on yet. Toronto's closer than Ottawa is, and by trading a guy like a Mitch Marner or something like that, they can get even closer. The problem for both of those teams is they're in one of the worst divisions in hockey to try to come out of. So it's going to be a long road for anybody in that division. Toronto, I think, maybe a little bit ahead, but I mean, we could be talking about 2 decades.
What?
Yeah.
Listen, I was all with you till the end there for a second, but yeah, screw you, Dad. Frig right off, bud. You over there in Odell, New Brunswick. You better fucking stay there, bud. Nowhere near Ottawa, nowhere near Toronto. Toronto's winning the Stanley Cup. I can fucking taste it.
Halifax needs a team. I'm just throwing that out there. That'd be a great time. Halifax needs an NHL team.
Get out of here with that shit, because they'll probably win a cup.
I'm just thinking. I'm just brainstorming here.
Okay, so there we go. Okay, listen, buds. Okay, we got to keep moving here. We've already went way too long, which I
probably.
I fully expected.
It always does. Yeah,
I fully 100% expected we were going to do that. Now,
Mrs. Uno says I'm right.
no, Mrs. Uno. I'm going to fucking have words with you in a second, okay? So hold on a sec here. Okay, Reed. Basically, what's going to happen is we're about to get into our guests. We're going to do all that kind of stuff.
Right.
I feel really fucking bad. I feel so bad because Clay popped in here.
Yeah, he did.
And he gifted a bunch of subs.
He started the whole run with the things.
And I hope he's watching because Clay, he popped in here earlier, gave subs, so I knew he's probably watching. Hold on a second. Excuse me for a second. And I feel extra bad because it's his birthday.
It is. Yeah, it is.
And I just want to give a nice shout out to Clay.
And I missed the guy. I haven't seen him in months since he was like climbing the fence to be on the back of the show.
Did you just say you missed him?
Yeah. I know.
Reed actually misses Clay. What the fuck?
You guys miss me?
Are you kidding me?
Did you guys miss me?
Oh,
My
no.
God.
Oh, no.
Did you miss me, Reed? Did you miss me? Guys, all in the chat. Thank you for saying
I have to admit that yes, I
appreciate the
did.
Happy birthday wishes. I am back. You know, I hopped the fence. I came in through the wrong room, but guys, Reed, it's so good to see you.
Yeah, wait, where did you come from?
Hold on a second here. Did you just fucking come out of my bedroom?
Yeah.
You sit in for me for a sec.
Thank you. Thank you, Reed. I appreciate it. Oh my God. This is so tight. BMD, bud, it is so good to see you, bud. How is everyone going out in the Twitch land? BMD, I am so happy to see you right now.
I'm fucking trying not to hold it in a laugh because hold on. You came out of my bedroom.
I know. It's very cozy in there.
Okay. Hold on a sec. Clay, okay, I heard it's your birthday.
It is my birthday.
Happy birthday, buddy. Hold on a second. Listen,
Thank you, Elliot.
hold on. I got you. I got you something. It's for your birthday.
Got me a birthday gift.
I did. I totally.
That is crazy.
I 100% knew it was your birthday, so I figured I'd get you something.
Timmy Hortons. Oh,
I didn't know you were gonna pop by, but I was prepared. In case you did, I was totally prepared. Yeah, so that's for you.
There's a bite that's taken already out of it.
What's that?
Did you bite this?
No. What? I was just making sure.
Kidding me?
No. Hold on. I just wanted to make sure Timmy.
There's a bite already taken out.
I just wanted to make sure Timmy's didn't poison you.
God.
It's
Dude.
sometimes I heard a rumor that something was happening with their donuts, so I figured I'd. It's your birthday, bud. Happy birthday.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
You.
I was totally thinking about you.
Thank you.
So, did you want a beer?
Dude, I would love a beer.
Here you go, bud. Taste the Stanley Cup, pal.
Oh my God.
That's for you, Clay.
The one thing that the Leafs will never taste in their lifetime. Wow. Cheers, bud. Guys, I was talking beer. Oh my God. Guys, thank you so much for the birthday wishes. I appreciate you guys. BMD, thank you. Reed, why are you standing off the side? I shouldn't be taking this is your spot.
No. Okay, let's get Clay back. Okay, hold on. Let's scoot over.
We'll do this. I'm going to stand in the middle.
You're gonna stand.
And you guys take your spots.
We're gonna.
Okay.
I think we can see Reed. Can we see? Yeah, we can see all three of us.
I think we're all right.
So Clay, it's your birthday, bud. Okay. Hold on. I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting you to come strolling out of my bedroom. Now, okay.
Totally normal. Totally normal.
It's your birthday, bud. We haven't seen you in a while. What have you been up to? What's been going on in the pandemic? What have you been up to?
But I've been busy. I've been everywhere. But that's not important. What's more important is that we're here. We're here for Let's Talk Bud. We're here with all the great Twitch streamers and the Twitch viewers. Thank you so much for the happy birthday wishes, guys. Thank you so much. And never quit and just power through. Because that's what Terry Fox would do.
You fucking beauty. I was going to finish it for you. You know what, Clay? Clay, you know what? You're more than welcome here. I don't care that you strolled out of my bedroom.
Bud.
I don't know what you were doing in there. And
Let's
actually,
go,
quite
bud.
frankly, I don't know where. What the fuck is going on?
So a little while ago, You run an Alpha One wrestling show.
Yes.
I called you in action.
Yes.
What was with the personality change? Were you just trying to get yourself through there? You're a nice guy. What you were?
Let's
you
go,
were
bud.
just going to town on somebody.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
I'm gonna need a translator.
Je suis le meilleur, je sais que je suis le meilleur.
Do you know what he's talking about?
What?
Exactly.
Basil le meilleur. Anyway, here, take this back, BMD.
Papa Kenway, thank you so much. I just fucking saw that.
you.
Sorry. But hold on. Okay.
I still love him.
Mrs. Uno says your French needs work. But hold on a second. Okay. I want to talk about this.
yeah.
Because you know what? The Clay that we've come to know and love here on stream and everything else, and when we've been doing Let's Talk Buds, is not the Clay that we've fucking come to see as far as wrestling shows go. Now, what is this Québécois personality you've been taking on? Tell us about that.
We didn't know you went French.
What? Buddy, I've been French all my life. Always.
Okay, all right.
I got hit in the head with a hockey stick, and you know I've been talking a little bit weird.
Who hit you?
I think it was BMD. I think he went to hit a few pucks the one day. It came off his garage door and it hit me in the head.
Reed, you weren't there actually. That was the day. So right before we went to the hockey arena, we were here. We were warming up. We figured we were going to be filming a video with our bud Jody Threat there.
I told you something bad was going to happen with that.
So we warmed up here beforehand, and actually, a few pucks might have ricocheted. I was aiming for the bar because I'm a fucking professional, right? We didn't have a goalie, so I figured I'd aim for the bars, and a few of them they went off, and they kind of nailed Clay in the head a little bit. And the next thing you know, he was.
Are you trying to tell me he's a born again Frenchman?
You answer that.
Je n'ai pas l'air en français.
Oh, brother.
I fucking love Clay. What a fucking pleasant surprise. Buds, Clay's here. We fucking see him all the time. We see him in the chat.
So were you hiding in there when you sent all the... You've been here the whole time?
Buddy, I've been watching through the door the whole way. Come on.
Listen, Reed, I'm already over it. He was over there. He was in the bedroom. I don't know. I'm not 100%. I don't know where Tori is, but Clay came out of the bedroom.
Is Kip moist in the bushes?
I fuck Clay. Kip.
Okay, I think we're clear. I think we're clear.
Elliot would have absolutely lost.
I got to be honest.
I was literally Clay. I was just making sure that that Timmy's didn't poison you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that makes sense.
That's
I got to tell you, I would be much happier with Clay coming out of there than Kip appearing out of the bushes because you don't know how long he's been in there. I think Clay might have just been doing it for a bit. Oh, this is good. What are we doing?
We got a fucking phone call.
We have a phone call.
We have guests. Evil Uno and Mrs. Uno are here. Buds, the Unos are here. Welcome to the show, Buds. It's the first time we're doing it live. We've never done it live. I also didn't know Clay was going to be here. So thank you guys. I think you guys are looking at this camera. Are you looking at this one?
Yes, that's the one.
So this is the hard cam. This is the Uno cam. So we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait over here. I can't see you guys because it's just live TV. You know what I'm saying? But how are you guys doing?
Great. We're doing great. We're doing good. Fantastic. It's Saturday.
It's Saturday, bud, which isn't normally a time when we do streams here, but we're doing it now because this is when all of us linked up. You know what? And it's actually, I didn't know you were going to be here, but it's Clay's birthday. Can you guys say happy birthday to Clay?
Happy birthday, Clay.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, guys.
How old are you now?
28.
Wow.
You're just a
young
Leafs have screwed themselves over winning a Stanley Cup championship.
Clay, freak off, pal. You couldn't even say 28 in French. You couldn't even say 28 in French for... You couldn't say...
28.
28.
28. See, I knew that too, bud. So... Okay, Evil Uno and Mrs. Uno, we're so glad you guys are here. We're so happy to see you guys. Thank you guys for joining us today. So we just, we wanted to talk to you guys because you know what? We feel like, since the pandemic has happened and everything's gone on, we feel like we've, at least on my end here, since we've been doing Twitch and all that stuff, we've become pretty good buds here through Twitch. So, can you kind of talk to us a little bit about how, Evil Uno, how you decided to start Twitch and then how Mrs. Uno's involvement came in Twitch as well? Was that something that started right off the hop or was that something that kind of, evolved over time?
I think I pretty much started Twitch because I was slowly going insane when I was home, like everyone else. So I kind of needed an outlet to show everyone that I may not be really insane, and I'm still a creative person even within my own home. And at first, it just started like playing video games because I'm a avid video game player. I religiously play it. I probably play more than I sleep. And the stream at first wasn't really Mrs. Uno abusing me for 2 hours.
Don't say it like that.
But over time, it kind of became what the stream is known as. So now people come in to see me get pelted with Nerf guns and insulted and stuff. But
laughed at mostly.
Yeah, it's a good time. Honestly, it's a good time for both of us. It's fun stuff to do while we're at home, and it's honestly a very, very positive space.
It's a great way to stay in shape.
Yes.
So that's kind of like, that's actually funny. That's kind of exactly what I wanted to lead into. So with the whole, because as you guys know and as everyone else knows watching the stream, Tori, sorry, my dog's absolutely losing it, of course, because all three of us are over here now. Clay has become his best bud over the past hour and a bit that we've been streaming. But Tori is a crucial part of my stream. She does literally everything, figures everything out for us. Now, as far as the Nerf gun stuff started, what was the catalyst behind that? Because for those of you buds that are watching and that don't know, I know a lot of you guys know because thanks to the kindness and gracious of Evil Uno and Mrs. Uno, a lot of you buds have come here because of them too. For those that don't know, what is the story behind the bits for Nerf gun shots?
Can I lead this?
Oh, if you want to.
Okay,
Sure.
so originally I never did anything Nerf related. Our main goal for all streams was to get to level 5, and I would ring the gong. And at first it was just a thing to reward people for level 5, and it kind of became the focal point of each of our streams. And so we were trying to find wacky ways to improve the stream. So the wackier the stream, the better is how I think about it. Because everyone can play video games, but only so many people can get abused for several hours. And so originally speaking, when I got shot with the Nerf gun the first time, I didn't know it was going to happen. Miss Uno actually fished for it in the house and would shoot me for no bits and would get me incredibly mad. And so I then made it a reward
so that I can't shoot him whenever I want.
Exactly. So I could contain the shots because she'll aim for my eyeballs. And so it seems funny at first. It's not that great after the third shot to the eye.
I've 100% seen the eye shots. They're great.
Yeah.
Now, first of all, I gotta say, Evil Uno, it's great to see you again. I haven't seen you since
Nice to see you again.
One, and I got to call you and Stu in a match together. I've been a huge fan of your guys' tag team for a long time, so it's great to get to catch up with you again. I want to ask you about the Dark Order and how would one go about joining that? Because you guys really have something going here. And after getting Colt Cabana and Hangman Page kind of coming into the fold, I think I like this idea.
You like the Dark Order idea is what you're saying. Are you asking me for something here? Are you trying to get at something? I'm trying to read between the lines, but I think you're trying to imply something.
I haven't seen that the Dark Order has an actual announcer on staff yet.
That is true. We do not.
So I'm just throwing that out there that if the Dark Order ever needed a play-by-play guy, that maybe there could be an opening.
You know what? I will talk to my peoples who happen to be 5. And I will have 5 contact your people.
So Reed, you're talking like, are you talking like when Eric Bischoff was commentating for the NWO? Is that kind of what the same type of?
That's what I want. And you need the Bischoff hair.
See there. Have you seen his hair? Oh my God, I'm so upset.
That's gorgeous.
I'm literally so upset that I had to.
That is beautiful hair.
What a flow, eh?
Seriously.
Viking since the pandemic, I've gone full Viking.
It's a good look.
It works for you.
So I have a question. I have a question for Mrs. Uno, actually. Mrs. Uno, as the buds know, Mrs. Uno is a continuous what's the word I'm looking for? A constant appearance here in the streams, buds. I know Clay's
Abuser.
familiar. He pops in, Reed pops in from time to time. Mrs. Uno has popped in for all of our events, played some Among Us with us. Fantastic. We love Mrs. Uno here. Mrs. Uno, why do you hate me so much and want to wrestle me in a death match?
Let's see. It started because you were in direct competition with my husband, and I have to support my husband. So, it really wasn't that I wanted to so much as I had to.
Are you saying
Tell what
direct
you said about
competition
his
in the
dumb
sense
hair.
that we both have
What did I say
amazing
about his dumb hair?
eyelashes, or
He's just got dumb hair.
I said he has dumb hair.
Yes, you said he has dumb hair. That's one thing.
Oh,
Hey!
well, I don't think you have dumb hair anymore.
Mrs. Uno is glad you shortened it.
Listen, that wasn't the answer I was expecting.
I mean, the end result is that you and I are going to have a death match, barbed wire death match, and I'm going to murder you.
It's true.
Okay. So hold on. My impression is that this started through the game of Among Us that Evil Uno so kindly invited me to initially, where we played with a bunch of Canadian buds, and you just so happened to be alone in a bunch of particular places where buds weren't. I happened to be imposter, and I cut you in half. I kind of thought that's where it started. I wasn't expecting to hear the hair and the competition.
It began with the hair.
No.
It was I know she doesn't want to say this, but it all started
No, I
with your
literally-
pandemic hair.
I literally don't remember this.
No,
I
this
don't.
is definitely what she said.
Oh my god, I had no idea.
This is
I
it.
feel like I'm being framed here.
The Unos clearly were not in with the Steve Carino impersonation.
No, not at all. Not at all.
No.
You kind of got girthier at like Chris Carino with Carino did as well.
I thought, I thought you were gonna say so. Carino makes sense with the roots and the blonde, but honestly, I think I look a little more doop doop doop. Michael Hayes, if you're asking.
Oh, hey!
A little doop doop doop. You know what I'm saying?
I hope to see your rendition of Bat Street USA.
You look Southern.
No. Now hold on.
Wow.
Now hold on. I look Southern. Is that just the voice that I put on from time to time?
You're pretty good at it, so it might be a little bit of a hint as to why
You got a pretty mouth.
you got a pretty mouth.
Oh my God, what is going on?
This has turned horrible.
So, Mrs. Uno, as we know from a few particular Friday night GeoGuessr streams that tend to go a little bit later than normal,
Yes,
you like whiskey.
I do.
What is your whiskey of choice?
Honestly, the only whiskey that I love right now is a local whiskey. It's like ginger whiskey, and it's really good. Other than that, I tend to go for Captain Morgan Spice Rum.
Okay, Captain Morgan's good. So, as far as I know, a lot of the buds that are watching might not necessarily be local, but what do you know the particular local whiskey that you get? Because now I'm very curious.
I think it's called Mayhaven.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Because Reed here. Actually, I'll let Reed take it because he's a very avid whiskey guy.
So I'm very big in the Scotch and whiskey market. So on set tonight, we have with us a Dwar's White Label from Scotland. The last name Duthie might be a dead giveaway as to why I would have something from Scotland in the liquor cabinet. But and you see BMD and Clay modeling that very nicely. The single malt scotches or even the blended scotches, really nice. And in Ontario, we've got to be very careful about what we're able to get because the LCBO controls all. So we're working with the best we've got. Have you ever tried the Dwar's line?
That one I have not.
I would recommend it.
I will
ranks
now.
Very highly. If you could get that or the Caribbean rum cask, that rated a 94 in Whiskey Aficionado.
Ooh. I guess I gotta brush up on my whiskey so I can keep up with you then.
Now, is there a whiskey internet database that I can see the ratings of said whiskey?
Reed always comes over. He's got I like my whiskey. Don't get me wrong, but I'm definitely a beer drinker. Reed will always come over. He'll have a different type of whiskey, or I'll go over to Reed's house and he'll have a different type of whiskey, and he's like, "You need to try this." And I try it, and honestly, I don't know. Reed is a whiskey aficionado. Is that the right word? Is it?
I think so, yeah.
Reed,
A wizard.
Reed loves his whiskey. And honestly, this Dewar's is really good. We usually have Gibson's on set here, which we don't today because I was too lazy to go to the LCBO. Sorry, Reed. Thank you for bringing the Dewar's.
No problem.
But okay. So there's our whiskey bit. I'm not Reed is very in depth about whiskey. So if you ever want to know anything in regards to that or famous scotches or whiskey, Reed is your guy. I just knew that just from, Craig O'Mac. I mean, I know you're watching, bud. You've had quite a few whiskey nights here on stream that we thoroughly enjoy. So moving on here. So, we've talked about whiskey. So Evil Uno, this is kind of for you. So how did you find, I for any of the buds that have watched or listened to the Chris Jericho podcast that has Evil Uno and Stu Grayson on it, if you haven't, I highly recommend you listen to it. It's a very, very, very good listen. But for those buds that haven't, how have you found, as far as pandemic goes and stuff like that, being a Canadian traveling into the States, as far as, AEW being filmed in Jacksonville, how have you found traveling back and forth and doing all that kinds of all that stuff? Like, is it super difficult? Is it, do you enjoy the empty airports? Like, what are your thoughts on that traveling, aspect of it?
I honestly probably have it better than a lot of people too, because I regularly travel enough that I was allowed some exceptions to certain rules. But it wasn't exactly fun. What would be a typical 9-hour trip would become a 16-hour trip. I'd have to drive out of town to either Toronto or Montreal because that's the only international airports in our area other than Vancouver at the moment. So if I were to fly to US, those were the only airports I could take. All airports are completely vacant to some extent. So there's no food in at least not the Montreal airport. Once you get to the States, it's a different ball game entirely. They did not stop at all. All those airports are still pretty packed. But staying in a bubble, constantly being tested twice a week with the nasal swabs, constant blood testing for the enzyme levels. It was kind of awful. It sucked. But I'm also very, very happy and fortunate that I got to do it, because if I just stayed home the entire year, who knows if I'd be alive today. So who knows?
Or wrestling.
So who knows? I'm a little dark humor. I was not going to kill myself. No worries.
We're definitely happy about that, and we're extremely happy that you're with AEW and succeeding to the level you are. I wanted to ask a question to Mrs. Uno about this, because I travel with a hockey team regularly for what I do, and my wife, I know that at times I have to leave her from a Wednesday to Sunday at almost midnight, depending on where we're traveling. So, Mrs. Uno, how did you deal with Evil Uno traveling into the States to do so much this year?
Well, it wasn't too bad at first, especially when they changed the schedule and he was only going once every 2 weeks. So it was a little bit easier actually in that sense, because he wasn't gone every week. So it felt kind of like I had a bit of a break. But when he had to go for longer periods of time, it was both really nice to have the house to myself, but also really awful to not have anybody to talk to, because I couldn't leave the house because we were always in isolation because of his travels. So I was just locked inside the whole time, going pretty much nuts. So at least I had BMD to chirp at, because otherwise, what would I have done?
Oh my God, what an absolute beauty. I know that firsthand. Like, I know that's kind of what I was going to ask about. So Uno, like Evil Uno, you did you obviously went to Jacksonville, like it seems like where all the tapings have been recently. Now Mrs. Uno, you tuned in for the Buds Cookin'. Now, what was that experience like? So I kind of wanted to ask you, and you don't have to talk too much about it if you don't want to. From my understanding, the plans were you were supposed to go with Evil Uno. Now, what did you get turned away at the border? Like, how was
all of that experience for you? Because like obviously I haven't even tried to cross the border whatsoever since the pandemic started. Like did you try to go, or how was that?
Yeah, we actually we drove to the border, and when we got there, we had been under the impression that I could apply for an O3 visa at the border and that they would let me through, but I guess that was not the case. So basically, we got there. They told us we weren't allowed to go through, and that I should have flown instead of driven. And so we just turned around and went back home, basically. And Uno flew out the day after or 2 days after instead, and I just stayed home because I mean I wasn't gonna book a flight when we hadn't planned on it. So
it gets really difficult once you start traveling and you don't have a work visa. So for example, we were trying to drive over it so that when we come back, she wouldn't be stuck isolating in a government facility for the first week of our quarantine. So once we got turned around at a driving border, flying her in would have been no issue. It was flying back out to Canada that would have been an issue.
Yeah, because it would have cost us a fortune at the government hotel.
Yeah, and then on top of that, I would have been stuck missing work because I'd be stuck in a hotel as well. Right. So we're hoping things will reopen soon. I just saw that they announced that if you're double vaccinated, you'll be allowed to travel without quarantining. So we're excited to see where that's at.
And it sucked. We really were planning on having a great trip and everything. And, once we got over the initial sadness of me not going, it was fine. Like I was out of isolation while he was gone. So I got to see my family and, do some fun things. So it wasn't really all that awful.
But man, so like they literally told you could have flown and it would have been fine. Like
his literal words were, if she flies over, you could just meet her over the border and drive. And I was like, okay, but we can't. Had I known this previously, I would have done that. But at this very moment, I have to get to work by tomorrow. So it is what it is. It sucked, but in the end, it probably worked out better because Masuno, things that opened up back in Canada. Masuno was finally able to see family after a whole year.
Go shopping.
Yeah, and not be stuck in a hotel room while I'm stuck in my little bubble. So it wouldn't have been. It wouldn't have been that much of a fun trip other than the car portion. So
yeah,
it would have been like nice to have the company, right? But other than that, like you wouldn't have been able to do too much. Is that what you're saying? Like,
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So we're just gonna try again once stuff opens up a bit more, and hopefully actually have a vacation out of it.
Yeah, that definitely. It seems like things are kind of heading that direction now, especially with everybody getting double vaccinated and stuff. I know Reed is here double vaccinated. I don't know. I haven't asked Clay. He was kind of a fucking surprise walking out of my bedroom here.
I've been double vaccinated.
Yo, he's been double vaccinated. I don't know. Did you say it in French? Can you say it in French?
No, I can't.
Double vaccinated.
Come on. Mrs. Uno, do you know the translation? Or Evil Uno, do you know the translation?
Yeah, it's a double vacciné would be double vaccination.
Holy fuck, it's that easy and you didn't know it, Clay? Well, that's the thing. Yeah, so me and Tori are set to be double vaccinated in September. We know we can move the appointments up, so that's something we're going to look into probably even tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah, you should, because it's booked up pretty quick.
Yeah,
Miss Suno just did the same. She's getting hers in a week or two now.
Yeah,
so.
No kidding. Yeah, like we live in such a rural town here that like when I booked our first vaccinations, we were able to get it within the same week. Because there's not a whole lot of people out here where we're at. So I'm hoping the second vaccine will be the same thing, because that's the thing. Like we want to be double vaccinated. That way we can cross the border. There's a whole bunch of new buds that I've met. A lot, especially thanks to you guys. I can't thank you enough for everything you guys have done as far as our Twitch stream goes and stuff. You've sent a lot of buds our way, especially international buds that we've met, and I can't wait to meet a lot of them once we cross the border and are able to do some wrestling shows and stuff like that. So
can't wait.
One kind of last question, unless Reed has another one as well. Is that I wanted to ask is Evil Uno, how do you find I've got some buds that work there as well. How do you find working for AEW? I mean, it seems like such a laid back work environment. It seems like you guys have a lot of freedom. The Dark Order's doing great things. How do you find it is creatively working for AEW?
It's wonderful. I mean, everything you hear about it is true. It's a great environment. Everyone there is the thing that's a beauty of being there is that everyone that's in the backstage, other than obviously like the Paul Whites and the Mark Henrys and all that, most of them have been on the independents for a decade to 15 years. And so a lot of the people you share a locker room with are people that I've shared a locker room with in front of 30 people, in front of 50 people, in front of 200 people. So they kind of been through the same journey. And so a lot of the bad eggs are gone. And now it's just kind of the people that are still good and still good people at heart that have made it. And honestly, it's been very, very interesting to see a company that is laid back, that allows a lot of creative freedom for all of their wrestlers. There's no writing process. It's really you give the wrestlers the idea and you let them write what they do. It's very, very interesting. And obviously there is some pros, there are some cons, but overall it makes for a very, very happy roster. It feels like a large family, and I honestly hope I never go anywhere else, because it's genuinely been one of the best promotions I ever worked for.
Well, I got to hope that it continues on for you, Eva Luno, because you guys have been spectacular there. I wanted to ask you finally for me about being able to do this with Stu Grayson, because you guys have been such a force across the Canadian independents into the United States for so many years. I mentioned earlier, I enjoyed calling your guys' matches right at the top of my list as an announcer, and I've been doing it for over a decade now. And what does it mean to you to be able to take that journey with Stu Grayson and have this kind of success where you guys are looked at as one of the best, and rightfully so, one of the best groups, best tag teams in the world today?
Thank you, Ms. Suna. It's extremely rewarding, honestly. It feels great to know that the person I've spent the last 15 years kind of grinding the roads, being on the same journey, that we both made it. And it feels very validating to kind of get this several years after we weren't allowed in America. There was a time back in like 2010 to 2012 where we were kind of on the cusp of something big. We even had very interesting offers, and it's been kind of crushing to see all these people that we were sharing the ring with, and all these people that thought so highly of us moving forward while we were kind of just stuck here behind the Canadian border. And so it's been very, very rewarding now that we were allowed to go back into America to realize that, like, what we thought we were back then, like I genuinely thought I was good then, but it's good to know that now, 8 years after, I'm still good. It's very validating to realize that the talent that I put all my efforts into and my passions all into is rewarded in the end. You do it for this long with someone like Stu, you assume one day you're going to make it, but that doubt always creeps itself. And the further you go when you don't, it creeps itself further, and you kind of have more doubts and more doubts, more doubts. And so it's been very, very, very rewarding for me to kind of get paid off for all of those years of work. So I've been very, very happy.
Well deserved. Yeah, well deserved, paid off too. Like, I mean,
thank you.
I just have I have two more questions. I don't know unless Reed's got another one. So actually, okay, so leading into what you said about you and Stu being a tag team, I'm just curious, and honestly, there's no pressure here. It's totally okay if you don't remember. But I've talked to the Bud several times on stream about the time that I was fortunate enough with me and my trainer at the time, Rip Impact.
Rip Impact.
We
yes,
actually got to wrestle you and Stu on a show in Hamilton. Now, I'll give you a brief synopsis as how the day went, at least from my end. I'm not 100% if you remember it fully, but Rip Impact.
Let me assume I showed up literally 5 minutes before we wrestled, correct?
Yes. Okay. So picture this. I'm maybe probably definitely less than a year into my wrestling journey. Now, me and I'm tagging with my trainer. We're doing a show in Hamilton. We're set to wrestle the SSB. I'll say SSB. I don't want anything to.
Yeah, that works.
We're set to wrestle SSB, and it's obviously a very, very, very exciting moment for me. I have my whole family there. It's a big venue. The venue's nice. It wasn't necessarily full, but we had a pretty nice big venue, the Lincoln Alexander Center. Now, you guys, you can correct me. You can correct me here if I'm wrong, but you guys were traveling from somewhere else. So I think we were scheduled originally earlier in the card, and then it ended up getting pushed back just depending on when you guys could get there. I couldn't remember if it was weather or anything else, but you guys were running behind, not necessarily of a fault of your own. Now, obviously, as a new guy like myself, I'm not used to doing stuff on the fly, doing all kinds of stuff like that. Now, in my experience, I'll tell you, doing all that and going out for intermission and talking to my family and friends that were there, I had said to them, they go, how's everything going? Like, what's up? I said, oh, they're not here yet, so I'm not 100% sure when we're going to wrestle. You guys were stuck in traffic, or you guys are coming from a long way. Now,
Yes.
Montreal's pretty far, or like Ottawa's even pretty far away from where we were at in Hamilton. And I was, needless to say, very, very, very nervous. Now, you buds that are watching, you can find this match on YouTube. It's BMD and Rip Impact versus the SSB. And you can find that if you are interested in watching it. Now, the match went off, and it was fantastic. I had a great time, other than you pile drive me on my friggin' head. But regardless
That
of
sounds
that,
like me. Yep.
what was your side of that story? Now, I thoroughly enjoyed that match. It was a great experience for very early on in my career, and working with you guys that one time was awesome. I'm curious what your guys' end of that story is, if you remember.
Yeah, so if I remember correctly, it was actually stuck of like this show was like in Hamilton, right? Which I believe would have been on the other side of Toronto.
Yep.
Or it wasn't. It was on the other side of Toronto, so we had to go through the city of Toronto, through the highways to get to the show, and we were already, I believe, leaving from like an afternoon show before that. So I think we had wrestled the first match on an afternoon show, jumped into a car and tried to make it for like, it was like an 8 p.m. call or something. And then, of course, if you have driven in Toronto, you know how terrible the roads can be in Toronto sometimes.
Terrible.
If traffic hits, you may as well live in Toronto for that night because you're not going anywhere. And so, if I remember correctly, we were stuck in an immense amount of traffic, and I kept messaging Freak, who I believe was the promoter, and I kept telling him, I was like, we're going to be there in 20 minutes. And then 20 minutes would pass. I'd be like, well, I haven't moved. I'll be there in 20 more minutes. And then they wouldn't move any further. And each time I was inching further and further. He's like, well, I don't know if we'll make the show. I could keep delaying. We could do a longer thing. And at one point, we finally got through. And I was like, we can be there in 15 minutes. He said, the only way is if I think we were like semi-main event or something.
Yeah, something
he
like
said,
that, yeah.
I could put you on, but you'll be literally like 10 minutes after you come in. I said, that's fine. I said, who are you wrestling? He said, Rip and his student. I was like, okay, that shouldn't be an issue. Rip's great. I know. And I knew you, Brett, because you came to a C4 show with Ethan Page at the time.
I did.
If I remember correctly. And I was like, oh, okay. I think he should do fine. I've seen him wrestle before. And I remember getting inside. Everyone was so very happy to see us because I think everyone was extremely stressed at the time, because no doubt we were probably the highest paid people on the show too, which must have been very stressful at some other point too. And so as soon as I got in, I instantly found you guys and Rip, and I was like, hey, look, we're up in 10 minutes. This is the match we're doing. And they're like, okay, sure. Yeah, whatever. You were so excited to just do something at the point. I remember though, I know we did the pile driver. I don't think you did your 450 in that match, but I do remember you being extremely stressed because I'd say like 60% of the match was just us beating you and not knowing what was going to happen, which worked out great. Honestly, in the end was fine. But I remember you being very stressed at that point.
100%. So I remember you were actually talking to Rip little bits on the way there. So I kind of knew. And as I said, it was very early in my career. So I didn't really know what to expect. I knew this was a big deal. I was getting an opportunity to wrestle SSB. I was super pumped. The only other interaction I've had with you guys up until that point was me and Stu were in a battle royal in Kingston, sorry. And I took Stu actually gave me his beautiful torture rack backbreaker, which actually felt fantastic. It was amazing.
This was the Chinlock show, right?
Yeah, the Chinlock show. Yeah, it was absolutely incredible. I'm so thankful that he did that to me and then tossed me out of the ring. I couldn't be more grateful.
What a guy.
What a guy. What a guy. Absolutely fantastic. So that's really the only interaction I think up until that point I'd had with you guys. And the match actually, I saw Mel had posted it in the chat earlier. Thank you for posting that. Actually, is something I'm very proud of, considering It just shows that how minimal stuff goes on backstage. You can go out and have a great wrestling match and something that that has the crowd and everything else. That it went off really great, and you couldn't have been kinder, and Stu couldn't have been kinder to me. And other than pile driving me on my head, it was fantastic. So I'm glad you got to tell from your end of the story, because exactly what you had said is what I had thought had happened. But again, I was so nervous and so stressed out that in the moment I didn't really know what was going on.
I'm sorry I had to pile drive you in front of your family and friends.
Okay, so the last question I have before we get going here is Mrs. Uno. Now, I'm really curious, because I think it's absolutely fantastic. I think you are such an entertaining part and such a crucial part of the Evil Uno Twitch stream, which, by the way, I know most of you buds know, but if you haven't, you need to go to twitch.tv/Evil Uno and check out Evil Uno's stream. It's fantastic on its own, but Mrs. Uno, you were such a crucial part of it, in a sense that even the background noises, the stuff happening with Lex, your cat. How did the Nerf gun stuff come about? Because I think it's genius. It's hilarious. I watched a clip of Evil Uno getting shot about, I think, 20 times in a row, and I could not stop laughing. I had tears in my eyes, legitimately. How did that idea come about, and how have you grown since then?
Honestly, the idea came about because I was upset at Uno one day for something he had done, possibly seen a movie without me. I don't know. And I was trying to think of a way to get back at him that was, of equal value.
Can I snipe in? Originally, her thought process, and she had warned me of this, was she was going to wake me up with the gong.
Yeah.
Because I woke her up. The first time we received the gong in the mail, it was 2 a.m. and I just came back from a wrestling show, and my brain wasn't thinking. I was like, oh, cool, we got a gong. And so I rang it at 2 a.m. while she was sleeping. And so she's held that against me this whole time.
He's a monster. So yeah, I was trying to find a way to get back at him, and someone on my Discord, I believe, who watches our Twitches, Toshin, had said, "Too bad you don't have like a water gun or something." And I went, "Oh my God, I think I have a Nerf gun that I bought at a garage sale somewhere in our basement." So I went looking and I found it, and it's a beast of a machine. It shoots like 30 rounds, and
It looks
it's
vicious.
fantastic. Yes.
Yeah, and now our viewers have bought the fastest shooting Nerf gun. So that's even more painful, which
It sounds like a lawnmower. It takes 6 batteries.
I probably have a bruised nipple from when she shot me today. So.
She shot you in the nipple?
Yeah.
Oh my God. The ones I'm concerned about is whenever she hits you in the eye. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, one day I'll go blind.
The new one, I'm not going to shoot at his head, because if I hit him in the eye, for sure he's going to go blind.
Yeah, guaranteed. It hits too hard.
Oh my God. Okay, I absolutely love it, and I think it's genius, and I think it's such a cool part of your stream. I literally have people popping in my stream asking for similar things, and I'm like, absolutely not. The hot sauce is enough. I'm not going to sit here and let Tori shoot me with a Nerf gun. That's a Mrs. Uno thing. That's not going to happen. But I shoot you with a Nerf gun. No. Yeah. So, buds, I'm going to give you guys a chance right now. I saw a bunch of questions coming through. If there's anything you'd like to ask the Unos, by all means, you can post it in the chat right now. And this is your chance, and we'll answer it if we can, or, just don't ask anything crazy. Okay. I promised the Unos that we wouldn't be crazy here on the stream.
If you're wondering, I'm wearing black underwear.
So there you go. Evil Uno, favorite
As
match,
am I.
favorite match you've ever had. That's from Murph Dog.
The one I claim to be my favorite match is myself and Stu Grayson versus the Young Bucks in PWG. It's the one we won the tag team championships. It's from an event called the Death to All But Metal.
I've seen that.
There's like a weird story where we had a red-eye flight that day and we came in late. So I landed at like 7 p.m. and I had to leave the venue by 9 to make a 11 p.m. flight. And so we came in. We were supposed to be main event. We couldn't be. So they put us on like second on the show.
Yeah.
We did that, got a monstrous reaction. I jumped right into a car and I left. And the show was never as good from there on.
Oh my God.
But it's genuinely my favorite match of all time that I've had.
Incredible. I've definitely seen that. Reed, have you seen that? Are you sure? I'm pretty sure we can find it on the High Spots Wrestling Network, but I'm not 100%. Clay, where are you going?
It's on there. Yeah.
Oh, Clay's going pee real quick, which is actually good timing. Sorry, Clay squeezed it under the table.
What an escape.
We do have another question I see from Patat. I know you guys are very familiar with Patat. Patat wants to know, Evil Uno, will you ever beat Jump King?
Yes, I'm playing more of it tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Will I beat it tomorrow? I would love to say so, but who knows?
There we go.
It's already taking too much time.
Yep.
You've heard it here first. He's going to play it tomorrow. I've seen you at the tower. Dude, you're so close, and like I'm dying for you to beat it.
Okay,
He screwed himself so bad.
I unpaused the game without realizing it and may have like jumped off the tower.
No.
Yeah.
No. Are you going
So I have to go through all of the ice portion again.
He pretty much ended up back at the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's
it was very hurtful.
That was
Yeah.
Sonic at the cottage.
Oh yeah, me and Reed played. We were playing that level 2, the casino level at the Sonic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one absolutely sucked.
That's Sonic 3. Yeah.
Yeah, we had some very rough.
Long night.
Oh yeah, you can get trapped in those bouncers and never get out of there.
Bouncing all over the place, but never anywhere good.
So on. Okay, so we have other questions here. I'm trying to scroll through, but this is actually the most professional I've had one of these events run where I actually have a chat. The problem is I'm navigating the mouse with my left hand, and I'm gonna make a million excuses.
Why don't you switch hands?
I don't know. Actually, that would switch hands. Reed, you know what? You and Mrs. Uno are absolute beauties. Now we did have another.
Just teach her.
I'm telling you, God didn't give us kidneys for nothing, man.
So Rob in New York, which is Nails in New York and Rob in New York are together.
Mhm.
They are a unit. So they are from New York, in case you didn't know by their names. Rob would like to know, is there anything specific behind your mask designs? Like, is there a theme, or do you have anything you go for, or how do you come up with your mask designs?
So I've actually kind of given free roam to a lot of the artists that I work with nowadays. To me, to make an Evil Uno mask, there needs to be just certain staples. My original player Uno mask was based on Black Mamba, and it kind of evolved. And then eventually when I made my own, it was based off Zero. What's up? Yes, yeah, it was based off Zero. This is actually one of my previous masks.
Okay.
The like tie up on top and the separations was based off Zero from Mega Man. And then these eyes have always been a portion from my player Uno masks. 8 days, and then eventually when I wanted to become Evil Uno, I didn't know a staple Evil Uno mask. Oh, hey Clay,
What
in
the
your
frick?
bedroom
You're
again.
taking a piss. You're gifting 5 subs. What are you talking about? Is this your question? Like, is this what you want to? I know Clay's been tapping me on the shoulders, wanting to ask a question. What the frig are you doing? You know, he's doing this because he knows he's going to get a cut of whatever happens tonight. That's what's happening.
He's spending the money because he's getting it back.
He heard me tell Reed that everything that happens tonight, as well as the high spot stuff, he's going to get a cut of, and Clay's weaseling his way in here.
Yeah. So to me, what's really important is as long as I have the eye shape and that I can show my eyes, and as long as I have this mouth, the rest of the mask's not that important to me. So I kind of give free reign to the couple artists. I use a specific artist and designer for my Twitch masks.
Yeah.
He makes like a lot of the New Japan gear, and he makes also the Excalibur's masks. So he makes all my Twitch ones.
Oh my God.
They're a lot more comfortable to wear. And then for television, I didn't want to do straight lucha masks. So I have a soft leather manufacturer called William Rockwell, who does all of my pro wrestling leather masks. And I give him free reign. And I give him like very loose ideas and tell him to go nuts, and he always does great work. So
no kidding. Holy shit. Okay. I honestly didn't know any of that. That's absolutely incredible. Clay, what are you doing? Like, did you have phone in one hand and then thing in the okay. Someone I can't remember who asked, but I did definitely see it. It might have been Jeremy. I'm trying to scroll through chat and I can't see it. But someone asked, Evil Uno, have you lost weight? Because they said you look fantastic. Is that something you have been? Yes.
Yeah. Since the beginning of the pandemic, I lost 40 pounds. Yeah.
Holy shit,
Wow,
Yeah.
congratulations.
I found them.
dude! I mean,
I gave them all to Miss. No, that's not true.
asking that isn't something because I know for me like I'm a bigger guy myself, and it's something that I struggle with all the time as far as diet. I find dieting the hardest part. I find going in the ring and stuff, like I get there when you have the adrenaline going, that helps a lot. But it's definitely something that's on TV. I notice on TV things tend to look bigger than they appear, and you literally look fantastic, dude. Like
Thank
honestly,
you. I
like
really
it's
appreciate
not
that.
not that you looked bad before at all, but you look great, man.
Yeah, I tried. I mean, I've said this before, but I'd love to say it was like an inspirational story about how I lost all the weight. But being stuck at home during the pandemic kind of put things in my mind where I realized I may not get a very good chance at wrestling again. And so if I was going to, I had to try and address it and feel my best for it when I did come back. And then as everything in wrestling, there's stresses involved with it. So like at some point you plateau and you keep fighting forward. But I've been very, very fortunate that I've kind of ridden that good vibe all year and I haven't ballooned right back up. But honestly, it was working out and portion control more than anything. And just consistency, because that's the hardest part.
I agree 100%. That is totally the hardest part. Like I'm a heavier guy. Like I like my beer. I like my Timbits. Like I like all this stuff. You see it on set here, and it might be a TV show aspect, but this is very much the real version of myself that we portray here on TV. And I find that is the hardest part. You guys see me during the hype trains and all that stuff. Like I'm sweating buckets. It's 100% real. And then when I get into a wrestling ring, I find that adrenaline takes over, and I'm able to figure it out. Per se.
Oh yeah. I can wrestle for maybe 35 minutes straight, but ask me to go 4 flights of stairs and I will hate you.
Dude, I 110% feel that. Like you could get me in a ring, and especially if there's a crowd there, like I can, okay, oh my God, I gotta keep it together for the crowd that's there. But yeah, you get me to do some stairs, or you literally get me to squeeze some bubble guns and go nuts with Sandstorm for like 3 minutes, and I'm sweating profusely. It's such a wrestling's such a weird thing, but it's so cool. And yeah, honestly, like it's awesome to get to talk to someone that is currently at the highest level. In my opinion, AEW is the highest level, and I think these guys would agree with me. Yeah. As far as television goes, as far as wrestling goes, and someone who's literally face to face with that world champion, by the way. Which is
I know,
incredible.
weird, right?
And then we also get to talk to the lovely, even though she wants to kill me, wife, who is as we all know, the wives and are the brains of the entire operation. I know
it
that
is true
firsthand. It is 100%
I can't deny
true.
that.
So it's very, very cool. I don't know if you guys have anything to add, or I don't know if you want. I guess we can.
I just want
Clay
to say
have a
thank you
question?
guys for joining us. Really, it's great to talk to you both, and I hope we get a chance to see you guys in person sooner than later.
100%.
Here's hoping.
Here's hoping. That'd be amazing. And Clay,
I don't know about you guys, but I see shows are reopening in Ontario and Quebec. So
let's have a
could
go,
be.
bud. Yeah. Once I get through with Mrs. Uno, I'm coming after you, bud. That's
You mean once you try to get through Mrs. Uno?
Oh my God. Okay.
I'll take the winner.
So okay. I normally wouldn't do this, but Clay, it's your birthday. Is there anything that you would like to ask?
No, I just want to say thank you guys for coming on. I appreciate it.
Oh
Hey,
my
thanks,
God.
Clay.
You don't have anything you want to tell them? Nothing like that? Why not?
No, I'm good. I'm appreciative that you have me here. Thank you.
It's your birthday. I'm going to give you the floor for a couple minutes. We've already taken up a lot of the Uno's time. There's got to be something that you want to say.
Okay, fine.
We haven't let you ask one question. But I'm giving you the floor now.
So I've been known to tell pretty bad dad jokes. Do you guys want to hear some pretty bad dad jokes?
Yes.
Oh, Miss
Yes.
Uno would love to.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Here we go. Why is Peter Pan always flying?
Why?
Because he never lands.
You got Mrs. Uno.
Yes.
All right. Okay. I just gotta think of. Okay, I got one.
All right.
How do you get a country? What are you doing? Oh my God! You're bringing out the shots already?
Do you want one?
Yeah. Probably give me a shot.
Pour one for me, please.
We got you covered, Mrs. Uno.
FedEx mine, please.
When you guys come to Ontario for a show, we'll get this together. Don't worry.
Okay, I got one. How do you stop a kidnapping in the street?
Ow.
You wake him up.
I knew that was coming.
See? You see how they're reacting? This is how you're
That's
supposed
wrong.
to react.
That's the wrong way to react.
Guys, don't you
Incorrect.
love my jokes? Come on.
Come on.
Okay, I got one more. I just got one
Yes.
more, okay? All right, that's it. One more, I'm cutting myself off, okay? All right. Why are utensils always tucked together?
Why?
Because they're always spooning.
Yes.
Whoa.
Ooh. I've got one.
Yes!
Okay. I was not expecting Mrs. Uno to close out the interview with a joke of her own. Mrs. Uno, go ahead. I'm scared.
Can't be worse.
What do you call a fish with no eyes?
What?
A fish.
Oh.
Yes!
That is, oh my God.
Oh my
that is
God, that's great.
literally the perfect ending
Yes.
joke. Oh my God. That was so bad. Clay, happy
So-
birthday, bud.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Evil Uno and Mrs. Uno, thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to join us and talk to the Buds and answer our questions and the Buds questions. We genuinely appreciate it. Thank you for everything you're doing in wrestling on your Twitch streams. Please, honestly, guys, I know most of the Buds here already know, but please tell us where we can find both of you. Mrs. Uno, I know you post beautiful pictures of Lex, your guys' awesome cat.
Yeah, I
You
do.
can do yours first. Go ahead.
On oh god, I don't remember my links. On Mrs. Uno 3 on Twitter because I wasn't good enough to be first.
There's two others? What the hell?
There are, I guess, yes. Please don't go seeking out my former wives.
And on my Instagram, I have no idea what it is. Is it Mrs. underscore?
I think it's
Evil
Mrs.
Uno?
underscore evil underscore Uno.
Here, I
I
can
think
look it
it's-
up here because I know I follow you.
I think it's Mrs. Dot Evil Uno.
That might be right.
I think that's what it is.
Mrs. Yes, it is
Yeah.
Mrs. Dot Evil Uno. Yes.
There you go. If you want to see dumb pictures of me and beautiful pictures of a cat, that's where you find them.
Yep.
For myself, you can find me as Evil Uno on pretty much everything. I'm Evil Uno on Twitter. I'm Evil Uno on MySpace. I'm
MySpace.
Evil Uno on YouTube. I'm Evil Uno on Twitch. But on Instagram, someone owns Evil Uno and I hate them. So I'm
Oh.
evil.uno on Instagram.
Amazing. Guys, thank you so much. This has been awesome. I know, as in, you guys have been watching the show. Everything goes longer than we anticipate. I really appreciate you guys hanging on. I appreciate you guys watching and answering our questions. Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you guys. It was a pleasure, really.
Thank you,
Thank you
guys.
so much for
Seriously.
having us.
Evil Uno, Mrs. Uno, appreciate it. Thank you guys.
You can't even say thank you in French.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci à
Thank
vous.
Merci beaucoup. On vous aime.
Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it. Hope you guys have a good night.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
Holy moly. Did I switch back at the right time? Did I figure it out? Is it all good? I don't know if we're still on the guys. Clay, you couldn't have found better jokes?
I'm sorry, dude. I let you down.
You literally never let me down. It's your birthday. We're
just
happy to
used
have
it.
you.
We're just used to it, buddy.
Cheers, bud. Thank you
There
so
we go.
much. Let's go, buds.
Hey.
All right. So, is there anything that you guys in particular want to touch on before we get into our final segment? What do you? Anything on your mind, Reed?
No, I really, it was so awesome to reconnect with Evil Uno and to get to meet Mrs. Uno. I've been in streams of yours with them, but I haven't seen, like I said, Evil Uno since he was in Alpha 1. I've never met Mrs. Uno. It was really fantastic to get that opportunity. I hope we get to see them in person sooner rather than later as things open up, and maybe they'll bring Mr. Grayson along with them.
Absolutely. I mean, I couldn't be happier. I know Mrs. Uno wants to fight me. We're going to take care of that. That'll be the first thing we handle because I find, any good buds, when you become really good buds, it's because you fight afterwards. You know what I mean? You got to fight first. You got to get your hash out, your differences out of the way, and then you become the best of buds. So I'm looking forward to that, Mrs. Uno. I'm going to slam you on a bunch of Lego and some flaming barbed wire.
I got to tell you, buddy, the smart money's on Mrs. Uno.
Okay, so we're gonna Clay.
You're gonna get your ass handed too.
For fuck's sakes. Okay. God, guys, I think this is a perfect time for
I
our
like
next.
this version of Clay better than the guy hiding behind the fence.
Oh my God. Okay, this is a perfect timing for our segment. Our next segment, Chug a Beer, buds.
Oh.
Okay, buds. So we're here to chug a beer. It can be cans. Hold on a sec, buds. Clay, right behind you there. See that cowbell?
Cowbell.
Yep, right there.
There's a cowbell now?
Yep.
This is new.
Chug a beer, bud. There you go. There's
Yep.
that. It's our final segment of the night. There you go, Clay.
Thank you.
Well, there's
There
a
you go, bud.
reason this is the final segment of the show.
So here's the thing, buds. You know, it's my favorite segment. You know, as always, you know, we've had beauty guests here. We've had unexpected guests come crawling out of my bedroom. But regardless, Tori's
Did you
over
make
here.
the bed before you went out of there?
I did, yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
You were in the bed?
Buddy, that's where I've been the whole day.
Never mind. Chug a beer, buds.
What?
It's my favorite segment of the day. So it's exactly, you know, plain and simply, as the title says, it's chug a beer. Tori, you got some explaining to do after the stream. But regardless, let's chug a beer, buds.
Here we go. I got a static sound. What happened?
Are we still live, buds? Are we live?
Can the buds hear us?
Are we live?
Hello?
Are we all right?
Hello?
What happened?
Wait. The chat is the moose
we
is
lose?
loose.
The moose.
The moose is watching.
What the fuck? The fucking moose?
Oh, not again. Not again.
Are you guys talking about the moose? What happened there?
Tabernacle.
What happened? The
We
moose
can
is
hear
here.
you, but the moose is here. The moose is in the house?
I thought the internet cut out again. It's a typical BMD stream. I kind of figured something happened there. Nothing happened? What happened? Buds, tell me what
relying on
happened.
the buds here. Guys, what did you, like, we heard a little bit of static in here.
Did you see it for a couple, like, what happened there for a couple seconds that we weren't live? Not, Kalen J says nothing happened.
Nothing happened? All right.
Oh, so, okay, well, we chugged our beer. We got a new, the damn moose. Don't worry about it.
The
the
moose
fucking-
is loose in the hoose.
The moose is loose in the hoose.
That's not good. That's not good.
Looked like the moose was stopped. You know what, Reed? I've
This
got a
is not-
fucking...
This has been going on for a year and a half.
I got a fucking bone to pick. As the chat's saying right now, it looks like the moose was here. I don't know what the moose did. I'm not 100% sure, but what the fuck happened with the moose? You know what? I'm tired of this shit. It's happened so many times with this moose. And you know what? I'm sitting here telling you right now, Moose, I'm looking at you right now. I got a feeling you fucked up here. You did something wrong. You did something crazy. You took over the stream. You did something while we were chugging a beer, my favorite fucking segment, and you interrupted it. And I'm telling you what right now, I've had enough. I've had enough of this shit, Moose. It's been going on for at least a couple years now. And you know what?
Not good.
This is it now. This is it right now. You're looking me dead in my eyes right now. My stone cold, beautiful blue eyes with my beautiful eyelashes. You're looking at me now, Moose. Look at me right now. I'm telling you, this is it. It ends now. Moose. Me versus Moose. Next, let's talk, bud. Which I haven't discussed with Reed and Clay, apparently. I haven't discussed that now. I haven't discussed the date, but it'll be somewhere around a month from now. We're going to be doing these Let's Talk Buds once a month.
You're calling out the moose?
I'm calling out the moose. Moose, if you're watching right now, and I fucking know you are, that's it. Me versus you. It's done. Next Let's Talk Bud, sometime in early August. How about that?
Wait a minute. The moose somehow got in here and messed with this? I thought Space Monkey was out there watching for the moose.
I'm literally, I don't know if he was out there or not, but I'm looking at the chat right now and everyone says it's the moose. And Moose, if it is you, you better show your face on the date that I'm going to announce on Twitter at some point in the next week or two once we get off stream and figure this out amongst us. With the date that we're free, I'm going to announce it. You better show up, Moose, because I swear to God, I'm going to beat your ass.
And Canadian Mountain Man says, Reed, call it live, but if the Moose is man enough to show up here, I will do play-by-play for this.
There you go. And what will you'll be here too, right?
Absolutely, bud. We have a Moose among us.
Thank you for joining us. This is the return of Let's Talk About. We're going to be doing this once a month. Buds are here. Let's go. Cheers, buds.
Here we go, folks. Monthly.
Have a good night,
We're
buds.
in.
Hey you! Are you a professional wrestling fan? Check out the High Spots Wrestling Network. Hours and hours of the best pro wrestling on the planet. Streaming on your phone, tablet, PC, and available on Roku. Thousands of videos, all the top indie promotions. So what are you waiting for, champ? Head over to www.highspotswrestlingnetwork.com and check it out today. #HSWN. It's the best $9.99 in the biz.